I walk alone because this road demands it. There is no surrender in my soul, no retreat, no resignation, no bending beneath the weight of pain or despair. My veins don't carry weakness. They pulse with the legacy of warriors, those who stood against the storms that tried to break them, those who turned their wounds into weapons and their scars into crowns. Weakness was never an option for me. It was burned out of me the moment I truly understood pain. Not the ache of the body, but the shattering of the spirit. I remember the breaking. I remember the silence that followed, the kind that doesn't just hush the world but suffocates you from the inside, swallowing even the sound of your own breath. But I didn't die in that silence. I became it. I sharpened myself in the dark. My hands, once trembling, grew steady. My heart, once open and fragile, hardened into something forged in fire, something fierce. I never asked for this transformation. I never sought it out. But when it came, I didn't resist. There was a time I thought failure might destroy me, that the weight of loss would crush me. But failure is not a tomb. It is a teacher. Every fall, every scar, every moment of doubt carved something unshakable into me. It stripped away the illusions, the lies, the falsehoods the world tried to sell me. And when I stood again, I stood knowing exactly who I was. I don't need their approval. I don't need their mercy, because mercy is for those who expect it. And I expect nothing. The world owes me nothing but a fight, and I'm here to give it one. If surrender finds a home in other hearts, let it stay there. Mine has no room for it. They tell you to yield, to let go when the weight becomes too much. They whisper that breaking is inevitable, that some battles aren't meant to be fought. But I am not built to yield. I am the one who carries the impossible. I am the one who shatters chains, not the one who wears them. My steps may falter, my body may crumble, but I will never kneel. What they don't understand is that I have already faced my own destruction. I have lived through the fire, through the wars that left me in ruins, and yet I remain. I have already died 1,000 deaths, and with every one I rose again. I am my own resurrection. They look at me and see only the surface, a shadow moving through their world. But they don't see what I carry beneath. They don't hear the echoes of the battles I fought within myself. They don't see the wars I have won in silence. Every scar I bear is not a mark of pain, but a declaration of survival. These are the places where I was supposed to break, supposed to disappear. But I didn't. I am still here. And while I breathe, I fight. They mistake my strength for anger. But anger is fleeting, a fire that burns too fast. What fuels me is purpose. What drives me is the knowledge that I was built for this, not to simply exist, not to endure, but to rise, to overcome, to conquer. My blood is not my own. It carries the voices of those who came before me, the ones who refused to break, the ones who stood when they were told to kneel, the ones who bled so that I could rise, and rise I will. Every step forward is a challenge, not just to the world, but to myself, to be stronger than I was yesterday, to defy the shadows that chase me, to be unrelenting in the face of the storms that try to break me. I do not fear failure. Failure is progress. I do not fear pain. Pain is the fire that tempers me. They think they know me. They think they can define me, but they know nothing. I am not the sum of their expectations. I am not the image they try to project onto me. I am something they cannot understand because I do not stop, I do not surrender. There is something sacred in refusing to give up, something defiant, something holy. To stand when the world wants you to fall, to fight when your body begs you to quit, to walk forward when all you see ahead is darkness. That is not human. That is something more. I don't do this for them. I don't do this to prove anything. I do it because it is who I am. Because surrender is not written in my blood. I have heard what they say about people like me, that we are too stubborn, too relentless, too much. But I would rather be too much than not enough. I would rather be unyielding than hollow. The truth is, they can't break me because I have already been broken. And from those shattered pieces, I rebuilt myself. Stronger, sharper, unstoppable. I do not fear what lies ahead. I do not fear the war I must fight. Because I know this, surrender is not an option. Not today, not ever. So let them come. Let the storms rage. Let the darkness try to consume me. I will not falter. I will not waver. I am a force they cannot contain, a fire they cannot extinguish. My blood sings with the promise of victory, not because it is given, but because it is earned, fought for, taken. There is no surrender written in my blood, and there never will be. If you feel this, if you've ever had to stand alone to fight when no one believed in you, then you understand. Let me know in the comments what keeps you going. Hit the like button if you refuse to surrender. And if you're ready to rise, subscribe. This fight isn't over. Not for me. Not for you. Let's go.